Hello, hello, garden gang. How's it going? How's it growing? How's everyone doing today? I didn't realize that worked like that. I just found out something new. Y'all know that if you're linked to your Spotify on your phone and your computer, you can turn down the volume of your Spotify from your computer from your phone. Because I did it. Yes, I got it. Well, I got 2 of them. 3 of them. So I was hatching a bunch of eggs just then on Pokemon Go, and I've been hunting this little guy, Galarian Corsola, for a little bit, and I just pulled 3 of them. It looks like 2 of them are identical too. Oh no, one of them was just slightly better by like maybe 1 point. Well, if nobody's talking in chat, we might as well just get started then, right? So as you can see down below, we are hunting shiny giraffe rig with the intelligent mark. I have a 5% chance of spawning with it normally. And with the sandwich I will be making, I will be increasing the chance of them just having a mark period, while also making it a very high chance of being a shiny, so especially after I whittle this outbreak down just a little bit. This right here happens to be one of my favorite outbreak locations to hunt, because it's so easy to reset and get only the Pokemon that you're hunting in the outbreak. I've used this spot twice against Matsu in the shiny races that we were doing with the outbreak events in the summertime. Well, maybe next time we do outbreak shiny hunts like that, we might just ban this spot. Just because that's kind of unfair. There's no way that I'll get shiny, is there? I'm gonna keep an eye on this side. Okay, yep, it wasn't. And here's the thing, no matter if it's got a mark or not, if I see a shiny, I'm catching the shiny. And then what we'll do is after each sandwich, we'll check them. Definitely getting lower. It's not max number yet, but it's getting close. Oh, Chrono, what are you doing? Come on. Luckily, I believe over here, if I make a normal sandwich or a psychic sandwich, I'm not going to be spawning in a whole bunch of other Pokemon. Oh, it's because you're not going to go just down that hill. Gotcha. Oh, yeah, come here. Okay, first I'm going to get up to my platform here. I'll use this one over here. Right here. What am I doing? Why am I going to that side? I just need to stand right here. I should probably double check that. I think it's onions though. Why do you always open over there when I try to open you over here? Yep. Onions. Then we can't forget the strawberries. Oops, did not stack that right. I do not believe that they have increased shiny odds. I think they just have increased mark chances. I thought I just saw one go off the cliffside there. You know, I kind of wonder if Shiny Catherine's also doing this, huh? You just released a video not that long ago talking about hunting down the Giraffes. And she was talking about how it's her favorite Pokemon because she loves giraffes, so. Excuse me. No. Nope, okay. Oh, that's a big boy. Was that a tiny lad? Is that a little lad or big boy? I don't know. Oh, wrong button. Hey, Viking, welcome in, welcome in. You place your Dark Magician in defense? Well, that's not the brightest move. He's better off. He's better as an offensive creature. If you're playing Dark Magician, then I'll put out my Shield Gardener. I may not know a lot about Yu-Gi-Oh, but I do know some. Unfortunately, I don't know how to actually play Yu-Gi-Oh. I literally just started watching the show not that long ago. But I've also been binging it. Growing up, I was not allowed Yu-Gi-Oh! So I never really learned it growing up. Magic, like Magic the Gathering? Hey, is that one? Eh? They're angry! Nope, we're not risking it. Maybe. If I was able to do, like... I don't have MTG Arena, just because I already sink enough money into the physical game as it is. But if I ever am able to, like, get a group of people together that wouldn't mind playing on camera, I might do that. It's kind of hard to play play the physical game over camera against somebody else. I've tried it. The delay makes it hard to do. Nope, that one's not one. They spend 30k on Yu-Gi-Oh cards and Pokemon and Magic. They had to stop Yu-Gi-Oh. Dang, yeah, 30k a year on cards is crazy. Especially since there's no guarantee that you'll make that back. I don't spend anywhere near that much, but I do spend quite a bit. You stop doing Magic because you're saving up for college and unit money? That is very smart. That is a wise choice. Yeah, things to further your future are better than the hobbies that you have, in my opinion. But you still want to be able to spend at least a little bit on hobbies. So 30,000 is ridiculous. That's also coming from the guy that spent 1,000 on 3 cards. Get frozen dinners, and someone was talking to someone else. He asked if you could get what you want. They said, "Sir, you have to pay." We were talking. Yeah, no, that's just people being rude. That's just people being rude. I don't typically have that issue myself when I go to the store. when I go and people are in my way, I also don't even tend to ask. I tend to just wait. Although if somebody sees me standing there, they'll tend to move. I mean, I'm not a threatening looking guy, so they don't move because I look threatening. They'll move because they'll realize that they're in my way and I'm trying to get something. Yeah, no, at that point, I probably would have just pushed through. Would have just been like, excuse me, and then reach for whatever it was I was going for. Because that is ridiculous. Hey, Spy, welcome in, welcome in. How's it going? You didn't need to do that, Viking. They were the jerks. If you really didn't want to be mean and, like, interrupt them for that, you could have just gone and gotten something else and then come back later. Hey, Food Monster, welcome in, welcome in. What am I eating? It's a snack called Munchies. Essentially what it is it's small Doritos, pretzels, Sun Chips, and Cheetos. No, I was kind of hungry, so I kind of needed to eat something. These have kind of been sitting in here since Sunday, unopened, but they've been sitting here since Sunday, so. Give you some through stream? I wish I could. Then it would save me from this high sodium intake that I got going on right here. Because let's see here. Serving size is about 3/4 cup with 8 servings per container and approximately 280 milligrams per serving. And I have been sitting here munching on this since just before stream started, and that's when I opened the bag. No, they wouldn't, Viking. And if they were, well, that's their loss then. Because that means they're jerks and insecure about themselves. Do I like anime? Yes, I do. Depends on the anime, though. Dominoes in a chest. What do you mean? See, when it comes to anime spy, I tend to be more of a action, sci-fi, fantasy, isekai, or slice of life, which I know is kind of like a wide range kind of deal, but those tend to be my preferred animes. The game of dominoes? Okay. I'm so confused about the chest portion of it, though. You've also witnessed Chinese anime? Yeah. Chinese animes exist. Anime tends to refer to something coming from the Eastern cultures, which include Japan, China, and Korea for the main ones. And then basically anything that comes out of anywhere else tends to be more considered a cartoon than an anime. But there are some that aren't. That aren't from China, Japan, or Korea that can be like from those cultures that are considered to be like a honorary anime. Like for instance, Avatar: The Last Airbender. That came from Western culture. That's a U.S. original series. But it is considered to be a honorary anime because of how similar it is to the anime style that it got based off of. Another one comes from France, actually. It's called Code Lyoko. That one's a little lesser known, especially in the US and surrounding areas. That one was actually really good when I was growing up. It kind of ended as I was like a teenager, so I do kind of wish that they kept that series going. But that was a great series as well. That's also one of the honorary animes that I know. If I was a WWE wrestler, what would my persona name be? I have no idea because I've never thought about that. Mostly because I don't like wrestling. And that's not to say that wrestling's bad. It's just not my cup of tea. I got a domino themed chest to put them. Oh! So you have like a domino case for your dominoes. Gotcha. That seems pretty cool. I don't do a whole lot with Domino's myself, to be honest. I play a game called Mexican Train every now and then. But that's about it when it comes to Domino's and me. Can you name one Japanese anime and Chinese anime you're watching at the moment? Yeah. I mean, chances are I might not know the Chinese one right away. Yeah, no, I could definitely give my opinion on them if I know them. Some of the chests that you have for your Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Digimon, chess pieces, playing cards, and so on, all built and shaped themed for upon what they're made for. Ooh, that sounds really cool. Christian was at an anime. Yeah, AWA is going on right now. Which unfortunately I am unable to attend, but I know that there's a lot of good people out there. So if you end up making your way out there and you end up going to AWA this year, definitely feel free to at least try to find Christian, because Christian's a good guy. Reincarnated as... Ooh, Reincarnated as a Slime is an amazing anime. I think I'm a couple episodes behind on it right now. I haven't been on Crunchyroll in a few weeks because I've been watching Yu-Gi-Oh! Recently, but... so I think I'm a couple episodes behind on that, but... Reincarnated as a Slime is a great anime. I love it. Maybe not the best one for beginners, but it is still a great anime and a good intro to at least isekai anime. As for Scissor 7, I'm kind of clueless on that one. I have no clue what that is. Not at least off the top of my head. Oh, why can't I go to AWA? Finances. That's the simple answer anyway. The more complex one is because I can really only afford to take one trip by myself each year. And I went down to, like, one big trip. And I went to Tennessee back at the end of October, early November, for a couple of my friends were getting married down there, so... Rimuru the Slime is amazing. Rimuru is an amazing main character. I feel he's a little overpowered, but that's kind of the go-to for pro tags nowadays, is to make him overpowered. I personally haven't read any mangas, but I do enjoy a good webtoon every now and then. Which, a lot of the webtoons I read, which I haven't touched those in like a couple months. So, aside from that, a lot of some of those have been being made into animes as well. Those are Korean animes, though, so it's not going to be the same. Yu-Gi-Oh! One was made after the coffin that holds the Millennium items. Nice. Pokemon is a Pokeball. That's a good one. Digimon is shaped after a Digivice. Which Digivice? Which Digivice? Chess one's shaped after King and Queen. Nice. And the playing card one was made after a poker table. Okay, that kind of makes sense. The wedding's still open? What do you mean by that? Yeah, the manga is the dark version and his first life in and the anime is a light novel. Yeah. Kind of makes some sense. The OG Digivice. Ooh, the OG Digivice is great, but it's not my favorite one. But hey, as long as you enjoy it, it's your box, so. Personally, my favorite Digivice is actually the Digimon Frontier one, so. Doesn't count. It does count because I had to pay for everything. I wasn't part of the wedding party, so I had to pay for my own gas down. I had to pay for my own room. I had to pay for all of the food that I got while I was down there. I had to pay for all of my extra stuff that I wanted to do while I was there. That to me is my big trip of the year. Plus Viking, there's a whole lot of little things that kind of constitutes into the financial issues as well, preventing me from going. Some of which I don't feel comfortable talking about on stream. So I would like to politely ask that we do not bring up the fact that I couldn't go again. Because as much as it pains me, I really did want to go. How long have I been hunting? Just over 30 minutes, apparently. I just started at the beginning of stream. Rimu is just someone you like a lot, and you don't know why, but it's just an amazing show than the other ones. I mean, it is a great show. I definitely do agree with it being a good show. I don't agree with it being like an intro to anime, period, kind of show. Overall, it is still a great anime, and I definitely recommend people watch it. But only after they've had some experience with anime. Now, as for it being like a first isekai, that one I can understand. Food Monster, I did ask that we don't bring up the fact that I couldn't go, because there's a lot more going on than just financial stuff, and there's a lot more issues involved with the financial stuff. So please do not bring it up. And I really wanted to go because that's where I met a few friends of mine. That's where I met the YouTubers that I follow. There, AWA last year was a big thing for me, and I loved it. But I can't do it this year. There was too much going on, and I just couldn't. And if you bring it up again, if anyone brings it up again, it will be a slight timeout. Because I did ask that we don't bring it up again. Watched a few, but in your opinion, it stands out other than the other anime shows. That's fair. That is fair. Personally, one of my first intros into anime, I would also not recommend as an intro to anime. Was One Piece. Just because of how big of like how many episodes there is in it. But I do also recommend One Piece being one that people watch. Would a machinist and blacksmith be similar in working because they both work with metals? No, because a machinist doesn't work with just metal. I have worked with Obviously, I've worked with metals. That's like my go-to one. But we've also done stuff involving Delrin, which is a plastic. I've also machined rubber. Um, Machinists can work with just about any material. You can also be a woodworker like yourself. Um, Definitely a good one there. Definitely but a blacksmith works strictly with metal, and they work strictly with inducing heat in order to form the metal. If anything, a blacksmith, it's closer to a glass blower than a machinist, in my opinion. Because they're both about introducing heat into a material to be able to shape the material into a form that they want. You looked at One Piece, but was put off by how many episodes it has? Yeah, no, I mean, One Piece is still a great anime. And I definitely recommend people at least give it a shot. What I do when I'm looking at new animes is I have what I call a 3-episode buffer. And what that means is I watch at least the first 3 episodes. And if I don't feel hooked by the end of episode 3, there's a high probability that I will just not continue that anime, at least not for a while. And then I will maybe take another look at it down the line after I go watch some other animes that I have been interested in watching for a while. One Piece was one of those that I gave the 3-episode buffer for, went to some other animes, came back to it, and I've now caught up on the dubbed. I'm gonna say the same thing about One Piece. Why start with it when it's been going for 20 plus years and is not done yet and has over 9,000 episodes? It does not have 9,000 episodes yet. It did peak 1,000 episodes recently. It has not reached 9. It's not even near 9,000 yet. So. How about it was good, but then it has another season. If it's one I already started watching, I will watch the other season. Unless the previous season kind of played it down in a way that towards the end of the first season, they kind of planned on it being the end of the show. So, like, if they started downplaying it like halfway through the season, that obviously that they're planning that they don't plan on a second season, then I probably won't watch the second season if they eventually drop it, because I've lost interest in that anime because they played it down. Or if they switch voice actors for the main character for any reason at all, then I won't watch the following season afterwards. Like there's one that in the English dub, they had a voice actor for the main character for season 1 and season 2, and I loved both seasons. And then when season 3 rolled out for Japan, they still wanted to continue the dub for that show in English. So what they did was they had to hire a new voice actor because the original voice actor ended up dying after season 2 aired. Oh, that's actually the show I was just talking about. Spy was Rising of the Shield Hero. I don't know if you're a dubbed or a sub fan, but in my opinion, I prefer dubbed. I understand dub isn't for everyone, and I know some people enjoy the sub. I personally just can't stand watching the sub because I don't like reading while I'm watching my shows. So But like, there are some exceptions. Obviously, if people that I trust in anime decisions tell me that, yeah, even though they change the actor, they still bring as much energy and life to the character as the original voice actor did. Then I'll give it my 3-episode buffer again. So. Now here's the thing, Spy. I liked the first 2 seasons. I don't mean like I would go out of my way and recommend it to people. It was a good series. And I'll voice opinions on it when other people bring it up. But I won't go out of my way to bring it up because it's one of my lower tier liked ones. That's not to say I hated it, and that's not to say I loved it either. It was still one that I probably won't go back and rewatch it, to be honest. But it was definitely it was still definitely a decent anime. Oh, okay. And that's not where my mind was going with the train of thoughts. So you're a dubbed fan as well, then, aren't you? Because, like, when it comes to action scenes, especially in the action scenes, you either, when it comes to dub versus sub, you're watching subbed and you get to an action scene, you have 2 options to make. You can either watch the animation, where the people have put in a lot of time and effort into making a good fight scene, or a good action scene of some sort, or if the people start talking, then you have to watch, then you read what they say while trying to watch the action as well. So you might have to loop back and watch it again. What's a dub fan again? A dub fan is somebody that doesn't watch it in the original language, but rather in the language that it was dubbed to be released in the country that you are in. So like for me, I watch English dubbed for my animes. There are a couple of exceptions to this rule that I've watched the English subbed for, but I prefer English dubbed over English subbed any day of the week. So I'm a dub fan. And no, that does not mean dubby fan, even though I am a fan of dubby as well. Which doesn't really show up real well on camera. Oh, excuse me. But if you look on my hat, here, let me take it off real quick. This was a limited run dubby hat with the black logo and red eyes. Oh, jeez. Sorry about that. I seem to have gotten the hiccups. Yeah, this hat was a limited run, and I ended up picking one up. They do have... W does also have some new shaker cups that they just released recently. I haven't placed an order for that yet, but I do plan to, hopefully, relatively soon. You had to get a raccoon out of your woodworking shop? Ooh. That sucks. Raccoons are pretty feisty from what I understand. I personally have not encountered one myself, but I know people that have and have... Okay. Raphtalia is not a raccoon. Is she? Bro got me thinking now. I'm thinking she's either a squirrel or a red panda. Oh. No, I was wrong. I was wrong. She is a raccoon. Well, a raccoon tanuki, but still. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, I just did Google it spy. Yeah, she's a tanuki, which is raccoon. Kind of weird. I never thought that she was that. I figured like a red panda. It was the size of a baby bear and it scared you? Oof. That was a pretty big one then. Yeah, no, I definitely thought she was more of a red panda than a raccoon. Gosh, where's this blue-nosed giraffe at? You only got through season 1, but you did hear that the voice actor died, though? Yeah. Yeah, he died after season 2. So seasons 1 and 2 is the same voice actor for, what's his name? The Shield hero. Like, he's still the same voice actor for season 2. So if you watch season 1, I recommend watching season 2, but when season 2 gets to the end, I do I recommend if you want to give it a shot. But like me personally, I don't know if I'll watch it. How do you not get? I don't actually know. I don't even know if that information was released. Naofumi BA death. Colon cancer. Interesting. Already beat you to the punch, Spy. Yeah, he died at the age of 35. Interesting. He died over 2 years ago now. Close to about 2.5 years, actually. You finished Vinland Saga. I still have yet to actually start Vinland Saga. I've heard good things about it, but I've been, like I said earlier, I've been watching Yu-Gi-Oh! And just trying to keep up with other animes that I already watch. That I haven't started Vinland yet. Yeah, 35 is definitely young, especially for voice actors. Since there's people in that industry that are like in their 50s and 60s. So, Vinland Saga, it's an anime about Norse people, I want to say, but I haven't actually watched it yet, so I can't give any kind of opinion on it. But actually, Vikings watched it. Maybe he could give some intel on it. Also, to put it in perspective as to how old 35 is, that'll be me in 9 years. Oh, just over 8 years actually. Eight years, 3 months, and 11 days. Don't like to spoil the shows you like the viewer to. Yeah, no, that's definitely fair. Is there, if you can tell, like, is it a good show? And if you can give like a brief, if possible, give like a small like general idea as to what it's about without actually revealing it. Don't think about it, dude. It will make you feel older. Too late. Dude, I volunteer with kids. 1st through 3rd graders. You think they don't make me feel old? It's a great show. Okay. On a scale of 1 to 10. Her body. Nope. I was about to say your body looks a little different, but no, that's just the lighting playing tricks on me. Back over here. Don't know how to respond? Well, Spy, let me tell you this. Let me tell you this interesting fact. There are kids nowadays that don't even know the kind of technology I grew up with. There are kids that don't know what a VHS tape is. There are kids that don't know what a plug-and-play gaming system is. They don't know what a Game Boy is. They don't know what a DS is. Yeah, think about that. Oh, trust me, these kids make me feel old every time I'm volunteering and helping out with them. You grew up with the Tamagotchi, Game Boy Color, Heelys. Yeah, yep. I grew up with all that stuff too. You feel outdated. Spy, aren't you younger than me? See, Viking people, kids nowadays do still know at least a little bit about Tamagotchis because they are bringing those back. So while it may not be the same that we grew up with, they're still around as well. Also, Chess, welcome in, welcome in. I do remember you being in here before. If you're not nice, I will time you out again. You missed the DS? That is completely fair. That is completely fair. Dude, I grew up on a Game Boy Advance SP. I had a friend with a Nintendo Color, with a Game Boy Color. But I never owned a Game Boy Color for myself. My first gaming system, aside from plug and plays, would be the Game Boy Advance SP. I actually never had Heelys, to be honest. My parents found them unsafe. Also, Chess, you got banned from the Discord because you did not cooperate with the moderators. I was not the one that banned you, one of my mods did. If you are kind in stream chat, I will unban you. But you have to be nice and prove that you can go back in the Discord. And if you can't prove that in stream chat, I'm not letting you back in the Discord. Advance was your favorite because of the tactic games? That's fair. That's fair. You're not banned on YouTube. You are not banned on YouTube. If you were banned on YouTube, you would not be in chat right now. Your first system was a PS1? Nice! Nice. I wish I had a PlayStation. All I ever had growing up was Nintendo consoles. So how have I been feeling aside from feeling old? A little under the weather, but not bad. I don't know if you saw, but I've been sipping out of this instead of my normal W mugs because I am drinking Vernors today. My stomach was not feeling the best this morning. And I have been just trying to keep it going as best I can. Comments won't go through. Well, I guess that's... I don't know because I did not ban you. First system was the PS1, then GameCube, and then PS2. Nice, nice. I had plug and plays, the Game Boy Advance SP, the DS, the 3DS, the Nintendo Wii, and then I bought my Switch myself. I did not have the 2DS because I thought the 2DS was stupid. So almost had outsourced ham from the 13th on. Ooh. Yeah, I would throw that ham away, Spy. Look, Chess, I know how the adoption process works. There's no way that if your mom really did put you up for adoption, that you would be adopted that quickly. It's literally impossible. Especially since that was only a couple weeks ago. Wii was nice. I kind of enjoyed the Wii. I tended to stick to my handheld consoles though. The fat computers at school? You mean the ones that actually had like the old box monitors? Where they were like 8 inches thick? Or 8 inches minimum thick? Like there were like ones that were like 1.5 feet thick as well. And they were a lot narrower too, with a lot more of framework on them. Yeah, no, I don't know what you're talking about, Viking. Not at all. Not at all. Also, Viking, I wonder what the age difference between us is. Ooh, that's gonna run out here any second, isn't it? Yeah. How have I not gotten a shiny yet? You're thinking of something that would make both of us feel really old? Good luck with that. What about the first Nintendo, the first gen Nintendo console? Are you talking about the Nintendo Entertainment System, the NES? Yeah, I didn't have an NES. You say before iPhones like I ever owned an iPhone. Whoa, shiny giraffe rig! We will take him! I did not see if he was marked, but we will take him. No, shiny's left behind! No, as for the Mario arcades, I didn't have an arcade around my area growing up. But we did have an arcade that was in an area that we would visit frequently, so... Yeah, we got one shiny. Now let's see if we can't get another. Because I'm trying to find the intellectual mark as a shiny. Which, because of this event, any marked draft rigs have a 5% chance of it being a shiny. Not shiny, of it being an intellectual mark. You had a Sega system. Are you talking about the Sega Genesis? Gosh, Spy, you know you're the only one that brings that up, right? And besides, even then, I do kind of want a shiny female as well because, like, living decks? No, the Genesis was a little before me. I did, however, see a Genesis in a thrift store a couple of years ago. Not a couple. More like 12 years ago now, but because it was before I was making my own money, I couldn't buy it. And I could not convince my mother to buy it for me, so... Why did the old chat conversation happen and start? I don't know. If you scroll back through, I'm sure there's a reasoning why. I'm sure you'll find it, but, like... even then... there's no guarantees. Got yours in high school because you told your mom it was an emotional support device? Oh, yeah, that would not have worked with my mother. Especially since just the week before I was running down a hill with my 3DS in my pocket and it fell out of the pocket without me realizing it until we got back to her house. So we had to turn back around and go back to where we were. Ooh, I just cracked my toes. Me mentioning the children not remembering older devices. I mean, yeah, but the wild Nintendo DS encounter? Where? Where? Give it to me! Dude, if I could have a Nintendo DS again, I would. Dudes, I'm pretty sure I know where my 3DS XL is. Like, I still have it. You own one that still works? Yeah, well, unfortunately, mine did not survive. I was kind of a little rough on my gaming systems. On a Game Boy Advance SP still works. Game Boy Advance still works. I have. So my Game Boy Advance SP was stolen. I ended up getting one from someone who is now an ex-girlfriend. And I still have it. It does not charge, though. The charging port on it is broken. Unfortunately. I do have my 3DS XL, and I have my Switch, but my Nintendo DS Lite, you know the cover where the power light sits? Tell you, hey, it's on, or it's charging, or it's dying, where you got the green light that goes to red and flashing, but then you also have the orange light that lights up next to it when it's charging. That one, that cover piece broke off. And then, the wires proceeded to fray inside of that area as I kept playing it and using it. So it kind of fell apart at that hinge. I caught the stream. Oh, nice! Thank you for joining us for stream. No notification, unfortunately. Just got done painting and I'm taking a break. Yo! Yo, what you painting? A room? Also, welcome in, welcome in. And if you don't get notified from YouTube, I do put in the Discord about an hour before stream starts that I'll be starting, so... I used to do it to where I would ping people about the stream coming up in an hour, and then also I would ping it like 5 minutes before starting stream, but I kind of fell out of the habit of doing the 5 minutes prior. If y'all want me to do that again, I definitely will. But like, it's only as effective as you guys will respond to it. Painting a painting. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. I'm not much of an artist myself, to be honest. Like none of the artwork you see behind me here, like that one or the one on the wall all the way back there, the one on the door back there. Those ones are not my artworks. I will happily claim that they are not mine. This one and that one I got at conventions. And then the one on the door I got from, I went to a Pokemon Evolving Skies pre-release. And that's where I got that one from. But I have more arts scattered about. Some of them are in my closet there from conventions as well. And then on this wall beside me here that you guys can't see, which I've debated about moving my camera here so you guys can see that during streams. I have a wall with ETB sleeves. Actually, I have an example of one right here, because I haven't updated it in a while. But I'm talking about like these cardboard sleeves that sit on the outside of the box for Pokemon ETBs. I have them opened up as like posters on the wall. Going to bed? Oh, good night, Spy. Hope you sleep well, friend. Cooler than an ice cream truck. I don't know about that, but I'll take the compliment. You're hoping to bonk Spy? Don't worry, Meg. Don't worry. There's another person in chat. I think they kind of disappeared for now, but there's somebody else that if they return, you could possibly bonk them. I think when their name I think if they do return, you'll know who it is. I'm not gonna call them out. I'm not gonna say who it is, but you're headed to bed. Have a good night, Viking. Ooh. Ooh, you did not tell me that. Hopefully you heal pretty fast. That's not gonna be fun. Garner is cooler than the ice cream truck. He's way cooler than the president. If I'm cooler than an ice cream truck, of course I'm cooler than the president. Yeah, delete for a moment. Don't know if you missed anything. You missed absolutely nothing. I didn't get any shinies while you were away, Kyle, so... Well, you know what? I should update my my shiny count at the bottom. Because I have gotten one shiny, so... But I don't know if it has the mark. I'll be checking out the marks after... Checking for marks after the sandwich ends. I think I did the lock on, but I don't remember if the mark symbol showed up. Your neighbor did find you and got you an ambulance? Nice. I'm grateful for your neighbor. Whew. Do I get hurt on the job? All the time! Oftentimes it's more so just, like I'll get home and I find slivers in my hand that I have to peel out by using, nail clippers. But the other day, I don't know if you can see it all too well, but I got a cut on my finger right there. I did that because I'd forgotten to deburr a part, and I went to set another part down next to it, and as I moved my hand to move it back away, I ran my finger along the sharp edge from not deburring it. But yes, Viking, I do hurt myself quite frequently on the job. Oftentimes it's just small cuts like that, though. The worst that's ever happened to me was a couple years ago. Just after COVID was a big thing. We were working 70-hour work weeks. 12-hour days, Monday through Friday, and 10 on Saturday. And on top of all that, I was also helping out at my church on Sundays. I was doing I was doing YouTube stuff. I was doing I was in a campaign for a tabletop role-playing game that I do not mention by name anymore because I was part of the beta testers for them, and they disrespected me so many times that I've decided to burn that bridge. And it all just kind of caught up to me with a lack of sleep and increased stress that I ended up hurting my shoulder, my elbow, and my wrist on the same arm. Because as you know, once one joint goes out, the other joints have to make up for the reduced effectiveness. And with that being my primary arm, because I'm right-handed, it definitely hindered myself from being able to do things. Wait, I almost just reset over a shiny! I almost just reset over a shiny! Come here! Come here! Oh, I almost just lost that one. And knowing some of my chatters, they would not have let me live that down. Just under 8 minutes left. You already know what your next painting will be? Ooh, nice! What you thinking? I'll only consider it lucky if I get the mark. Which we will look at in 7 minutes. You haven't gotten one of them shiny, let alone in your whole life? Scarlet and Violet is the easiest way to get shiny Pokemon, aside from PLA. So if you have Scarlet and Violet, and you get these things called Herba Mysticas from the raids, it makes it real easy to get shinies, because it makes them I think it's like a 1 in 64 chance with when you do a shiny boost sandwich along with an outbreak at max rank, like I am doing right now. So as you can see, I got Sparkling and Tidal Powers 3 with Encounter Power 3 as well. And if doing an outbreak like I am right here, I want to say it's 1 in 64. You done tried to hunt them in Scarvy, especially in the Blueberry Academy? Yeah, it definitely helps to have an outbreak running. And then 1 in 64 is the odds. Basically it's a 1 in 64 chance that you'll get a shiny to spawn. Base odds. Is it really 1 in 512? I know Masuda odds is 1 in 512. Iron Charm and level 3 sandwich. Yes, but then the outbreak also makes it also makes the odds better as well. The deeper you go into an outbreak, the higher your odds get. So if you're at a level 4 outbreak, which I'm at right now, the only way to know the level is by the little text boxes that come up as you're defeating them or catching them. I don't think it. Maybe it's not 1 in 64, but it is. It is better than 1 in 512. Is it really? Could I ever run a marathon? No, I cannot. It would take me years, but maybe I could. I just don't have the cardio, and I do have asthma, so... I don't think these giraffe rig outbreaks do have an increased odds. Well, I could be wrong. It's been a while since I've actually looked at the odds. And if I'm wrong, I will happily admit to it. Okay, let me look it up right now. Cerebi. Video games. Scarlet Violet. People can actually grow out of asthma with the right physical activity and the right and the right diet, people can grow out of asthma. And that's not always guaranteed, by the way, but that is... People can do that. Any Pokemon rates right there. Okay, Mass Outbreak, 60 defeated. With the Shiny Charm at Meal Power 3. And no, you were right, it is 1 in 512. That is my bad. That is my bad. I don't know what I was looking at before. I do know that the only other place that is better odds than this is because now that I know that it is 1 in 512, the only place that's better odds than this is DAs and Sword and Shield. Because with the Shiny Charm, those are 1 in 100 odds. But also, Kyle, next week I will be doing shiny giveaways. And any shinies that I get from here that are phases, I will be giving away as well. So you could definitely take one then. DM you about about my goblin deck? If I get the chance to, I will. Rather get them on your own. That is perfectly fine and perfectly fair. I myself am the same way. But like, with as many extra shinies as I have, I am going to give them away next. I'm going to give away the extras next week. Goblin deck? Yeah, MTG. MTG. I have quite a few decks that I run for MTG. And Viking is curious about my Goblin deck. Because most people run Kranko as their commander for Goblins. But I'm running a dual-colored Goblin deck. So I can't run Kranko as the commander. Currently, my decks are in my truck. I think I might have one in here, but it's not my Goblin deck. Don't know a thing of MTG? That is perfectly fair. That's perfectly fair. MTG is one of those card games where not everyone knows about it. So, kind of don't want it. That's also fair. That's also fair. And with Viking probably actually going to bed now, probably not going to be getting a lot more MTG talk. Oh wait, you posted an art piece in the server. I was going to take a look at that. Oh, that's cool. That is pretty. It's definitely better than anything I could make. Especially since I never really did a whole lot of paint work. When it comes to me and doing art, I'm more of a sketch artist. I don't like working with paints. They never seem to work the way that I want them to. I quite honestly just prefer my my black and white sketches. Okay, so let's check these two real quick. No mark, no mark. Oh, come on, it's a 5. Base odds is 5% odds to get the intellectual mark. And I didn't get one so far. I'm feeling like a double spicy might work. This is honestly by far one of the most disgusting sandwiches I make. At least in terms of if it was real life, would I eat it or not? To be honest, most of the sandwiches I make, I wouldn't. But one in 20 chance for the mark and 1 in 512 chance for the shiny. Put that together, take it all around, you get approximately 1 in 10,024 chance. I'll take those odds since I did some shiny hunting the other day for a shiny Wooper during the mark event for that one. I was just trying to get a shiny because I didn't have a Jolteon Wooper, and I found 3 marked Woopers that I'm keeping. One was the actual marked Wooper, the increased marked odds. Another one was a rampaging, and then the third one wasn't a shiny, but I found a rare mark. Here, I'll show them real quick. Yeah, so here we go. This one. Oh, Ferocious Mark. And then the Absent-Minded Mark, Quagsire. And then normal Wooper. And a rare mark. That was my first rare mark ever. And quite honestly, I wasn't even like hunting for a rare mark. I was just like, you know what? Hey, there's a marked one right there. I want to see if I can just get a regular absent-minded one. And I ended up getting the rare. And is it seriously only a 1 in 20 odds for the with having title power? Too bad it isn't shiny. Yeah. I mean, I'll still take it just because it is a rare mark. But, like, shiny rare would have been better. What would be even better is a shiny Giraffes with the intellectual mark. Shiny! Dang it. They didn't target it. Come here. Come here. Come here. Shiny! I'm hatching an egg. No, don't leave me. Don't leave me. I don't have the mark charm. I don't even get the mark charm. No! No, don't leave me! Let's go! Try a backstrike for a nearly double chance of catching it. I'm good. I just wanted it to stay. If I lost this, I would have been upset. Look at how pretty it is. Hey, there we go. Caught it. "100% blueberry decks." I've done that. I have 100%ed catching in this game. Since I have eggs hatching, I'm just gonna run around and hatch the rest of these eggs. If you look at the slideshow down below me, right above where chat shows up, that shows off all of the Pokemon that will be hatching from eggs. My blueberry dex is 100. Talk to Sereno in the plaza. A plaza? Which plaza? Oh, the entrance? Well, first let me see if I have it first. Because I don't want to waste time on the sandwich going up to get it if I already have it. Bag. It'll be under key items. Oh, no, I got it right there. So I believe Lacey has, Lacey has an E in her name, I believe. Yeah, I just don't remember getting it because it's been a while. Not a shiny, a non-shiny Zora. Don't you dare do it. Okay, we're good. Hard to believe that's my first set of eggs that I hatched this stream. That's the wrong spot. Remind you later after stream about your latest Pokemon TCG pulls. Why don't you just tell me now? What do I do if no shiny appears? It depends on how many herbs I have. If I have enough that I can spare, I'll just keep going. But otherwise, I will reset. Depends on how many herbs I have. And right now, I have a plethora. But most times I will reset. I will save before I do a new picnic and reset if I don't get it. Yeah, I got a boatload of bitter herbs from the last Gimme Ghoul event. And then a couple weeks ago, well, not a couple weeks ago, more like a month and a half ago, I found someone that was streaming doing resets over a raid where they were getting a boatload of herbs, and so I just kind of kept joining in the raids for that. Their Vera count was like 8, so there was enough space for people. I'll tell you on the next sandwich. How does that sound? Because I haven't touched my bitter herbs in a while because I'm saving those for an event that I have coming up. However, I know I have over 100 bitter herbs, and I have probably around like low 70s for each of the other herbs. The guy that was doing the raids live, each of the raids that he was resetting over to just basically give out the herbs was giving 2 of each herb. The shiny boosted ones are the next ones, and that is Fracture, Citadel, and I don't remember what the third Pokemon is, but there's one spread between each of the regions, and they're all Pokemon that, when fully evolved, are black for their shinies. No, there's 5 herbs, so 2 of each is 10. Because there's bitter, sour, sweet, spicy, and salty. I know Fracture and Citadel are 2 of them. I just don't remember what the third one is off the top of my head. And I was saying that there's 10 of them, so that I was getting 10 herbs. I mean, oh, shiny! No, you're at the edge. Don't leave, don't leave, don't leave! Got it! If I look it up real quick, I can tell you, but... I got another one! Let's go! Let's hear mass outbreak events. Carbink. Citadel and Paldea, Carbink and Kitakami, and Fracture in Blueberry Academy. Yeah, I think I need one. I think I need another Citadel. I need one more Fracture, and I've never had a Carbink, so. But that starts on the 20th, so Friday. Would have been nice if I was asking you instead. Yes, it would have. No, now I'm curious. Let's see here. There's my Titan. Yep, I've only got one. Haxorus, Fracture, that's Gen 5. There's a Fracture, there's a Haxorus there, and there's an Axew. So yeah, I literally just need Fracture. And then I know for a fact I don't have Carbink, so... When does Rayquaza start? I don't know. Give me a couple seconds. Rayquaza also starts on the 20th. So it starts at the same time as the other shiny event. I gotta go take care of something real quick though, chat. I will be right back in just a couple minutes. Alright. I'm back, chat. It's probably my mod. Meg likes to lurk a lot. Meg really only pops in if I mention her or if she needs to step in for some reason. But also, I would like to ask that you don't mention my viewer count, as that is not an accurate reading. So, the viewer count only counts active tab users. It does not count anyone that has it in a background tab or has it as a like a mini viewer on your mobile. So the viewer count is not always accurate. That's why I don't look at it. And why I don't like people mentioning it. Yeah, no, I found that out the hard way, to be honest, so. No problem, Kyle, no problem. You didn't know. You didn't know. No harm, no foul. Just try to keep that in mind for the future, okay? And the only reason I found that out was because shortly after I got started with doing streaming to begin with, I had I had started a stream and I had sat there for probably about 20 minutes watching my viewer count. It stayed at 0 the entire time. I had no chatters, so I was just like, you know what? That's just discouraging for me to see. I'm just gonna leave. I'm gonna cut stream. And then without even saying anything in stream, I literally just cut it. And then I got a message 10 seconds later, not even 10 seconds later, being like, hey, why'd you cut stream out? I was sitting there waiting for you to do something. I'm like, what do you mean? My viewer count said 0. No, I had your stream open since the beginning. Oh. But yeah, I don't care about my viewer count. I mean, I do, but I don't. Like, the higher the viewer count, the more my channel gets pushed, obviously. But it plays mental games with myself. It causes me to play mental games against myself, and it doesn't turn out well. For me in the end. And so I learned the hard way not to listen to that number, not to look at that number. And for anyone that is considering streaming or is looking into like possibly doing it at some point down the road, that is something to keep in mind. No, I didn't. Kyle was just talking about my viewer count, so, and was wondering if it was you or another person, so. You're fine, Meg. You can go back to lurking. Just doesn't make sense to you. Because it looks at active viewers. It looks at active viewers. So instead of it being called a viewer count on your end or a concurrent viewer on my end, they should be calling it active viewers. Because if it's just as a background tab, then it's a background noise and it's not active. You're not actively watching it. Which to me makes sense when I think about it, but like, they just use funky terminology for it is all. Are we watching like a wolf on the prowl? I appreciate it, Meg. Oh no, if you're wanting to understand like the mechanics behind it, I can explain what I understand. As long as you don't actually bring up what my viewer count is. I don't mind talking about viewer counts, as long as it's not directly related to what is currently happening with my current viewers. There's a difference between talking about the mechanics and trying to understand how things work versus talking about the actual analytics of something. Because if you're talking about my analytical viewer count, then yeah, please don't. But if you want to understand the mechanics side of things and what they're looking for to increase that count and decrease it, that I don't mind talking about. Sounds like Animal Crossing music. All the music I listen to is from Glitch X City. She makes amazing music, amazing remixes. And if you ever want to know what it is I'm listening to, right there. Look straight above my camera. I always have that posted as my current playing song. And you can find any of her music on Spotify, on SoundCloud, or even on YouTube. Just look up Glitch City. I also have all of her links in the description for you to definitely go take a look at as well. She is a fairly well-known remixer, to be honest. Pretty big amongst the Pokemon community. I actually started listening to her stuff because content creators I followed and still follow, before I started making my own stuff, use her music in the stuff as well. So she does give credit to, like, she does like list in the descriptions of her stuff where her music originates from, if it's a remix or if it's her original. She talks about the original, her idea behind making the original song. Yeah, no, if you ever want just some like video game remixes to listen to, or even some lo-fi music, definitely check her out. Again, great remixer, great composer, definitely high grades all around for all of her music. So it might have been an Animal Crossing remix that was on at that time. And there might be some other names associated with the in the composer section there where it says Glitch City. They're one-off people most of the time, and they've actually talked about in their own stuff about how they give permission for people to use whatever. So like, there's one in my playlist here that is Glitch City and Shady Penguin. And as far as I'm aware, that is the only musical track that Shady Penguin has ever worked on. Just came back. Last thing I heard was me talking about if it's okay. So basically, just I've just been gassing up Glitch City for like the past few minutes. That's all. Essentially, go check her out. Links in the description of all my streams, because she's the only one that I really listen to. So when it comes to during streams. She makes regular remixes, high-end remixes, her own compositions, and then she also does lo-fi remixes. Which lo-fi I took out of this playlist because lo-fi makes me sleepy. So and I don't want to get sleepy on stream. Unless it's my friend who goes by the name Sleepy. 3 minutes left. I think after this sandwich, I'll do one more. And then I'll finish up stream by hatching off the rest of the eggs in this box. Because I want to do at least one box of eggs. What do you wonder? Check. Sandwich is not done yet. And you can see that when I go to build the sandwich, because it'll be in the sandwich list. But I do also got to do a mark check as well, once the sandwich is done, in about a minute. The thing I find really interesting about the sandwich timers in this game, it's not based off of actual clock time, it's based off of frame rate time. The game is supposed to be running at 30 frames a second. So every 30 frames, it ticks down on the timer. Yep, I've completed all the Pokedexes. And in order to do that, I have to have access to all the starters. I think this is the last reset I can do before the sandwich expires. Oh, sandwich is gone. We'll just check these guys real quick. I'm not just talking about it pausing with the home screen. I'm also talking about the fact that if your frame rates drop for any reason, it'll still only tick 1 second every 30 frames. Lunchtime? Oh, that's not the one I wanted. Uncommon! Oh! I've also gotten 3 males and 1 female. Let's see, what's my Giraffe? I gotta come back here to Gen 2. Oh, I do have a Giraffe game for... I have 2 males. Okay, so I need 1 more female to complete the line. But like if you look at water or it rains and it drops your frame rates, it'll still only do 1 tick every 30 frames. You might be going at 10 frames a second, but then that's 3 seconds per 1 second in game. You hate the sociable mark? It definitely is the most annoying mark to ever find because it is the most common mark to get. Yeah, so 71 spicy, 73 sour, 73 salty, 74 sweet, and 152 bitters. No, I can't do sweet and sour. 99% of your mark shinies is that mark. 99% of all marks are that mark. Oops, I didn't do it right. Don't tell Matsu. That's a decent load of herbas. Yeah, like I said, I got a lot of bitter herbs from the Gimme Ghoul raid event that happened a while back. When they were like, I think it was a 5% chance to get a bitter herb. So I got quite a few from that. And then I had the one guy pop up on my YouTube recommended that was doing the 10 herb raid dens. So, and I did quite a few of those. Yeah, basically, if it wasn't for that one guy running the Arbo ones, the Arbo raids that I kind of stalked for, quote unquote stalked, for a couple days and just kind of sat here after work doing them for the most part, I would not have this many herbs. I'm saving the bitter herbs for an event that I have coming up in March. I'm not dropping the date yet. The date drop for that event will be coming probably January. Because it's going to be for my stream anniversary and for my birthday. But I'm saving my bitter herbs specifically for that day, for that event. $50 sweet, 62 salty, 50 sour, 40 bitter, and 48 spicy. Nice. Low amounts, actually, that's actually pretty good amounts. I mean, that is, if you do 2 herbs per sandwich, that's 125 sandwiches that you can make just in your Scarlet file alone. I will tell you this, my violet file has nowhere near the amount of herbs that I have in this game, because... Oh, I haven't touched my violet file in a long time. I played it to get the shinies of the Paradox Pokemon, since you can't breed them. And I haven't touched it since I got those ones. How do you have so many herbs in that game? How? Do you do anything else aside from terror raids? That's over 3,000 herbs. You have enough herbs in that game to make almost 2,000 sandwiches. Hey, good luck, Guitarist. Good luck on your test. I'm sure you can ace it, no problem. Kyle, based off of your herb account, the only one you need to stock up on right now is the salty herbs. Oh, Beldum was no problem for me. Beldum was no problem for me at all. I mean, just... 4 extra there. I mean, I've got extra Beldums. Salty is what you've been using mainly? I know a lot of people that do the double salty sandwiches. And then basically you either need to use one ingredient or another condiment to get what you want, so been hunting them for the B-Day marks. Oh! So I suppose you're date resetting for them? Yeah, the recipe I use is a little different from the salty sandwich recipe. Yeah, I use a different recipe for that, for my sandwiches. one I use is cucumber, pickle, 3 of a required ingredient, and then basically any 2 herbs except for a sour and sweet herb combo. And for certain types, you can't do too sour or too sweet. Burger? Nope. Chat delay. Never mind. If you want, I can put it up on screen for you to look at. You gave up on that one? Probably because it's harder to maintain the item flow for that one. You have them all saved? Fair enough. I have that one and the salty one saved. It's just, I don't like using the salty one. Personally, I don't know what it is about the double salty one. It's a little more confusing to me than the one that I use. Yes, is it less risky? But I don't know. I just like it better. You know, everyone has their own personal preference when it comes to what sandwiches they make. And you know what? You still get the title power. You still get the shiny power. As long as you still get the shinies, that's what matters. This one's hop. Okay. I got 16 minutes left. Cool. This is actually one of my favorite outbreak spots, to be honest. Excuse me. Ah, jeez. Thank you, Meg. I scared you. I'm sorry. At least I turned away from the mic. Just be grateful I turned away from the mic, though, Kyle. Because believe it or not, even though there's a mic right here, This is not the mic I use. See, there's no difference in the volume or quality by moving this closer and away from my mouth. I know approximately when the sandwich should end as long as the frame rates don't drop, which in this area they should only drop if it starts raining, so. So fingers crossed that doesn't happen. Should be around 8 minutes-ish. Yep, 8 minutes, 6 seconds. You had to go for a minute after the sneeze? That's fair. That's fair. I was just saying, be glad I didn't sneeze into the mic. And that I turned away. Oh yeah, no, you can still hear it because the gain is just that good. But the mic's in front of me right here. Like right over here. And when I had sneezed, I turned like this. I know you guys can hear it, it's just a matter of how loud and powerful it is in your ears. And I try to be as considerate as possible and turn away so it's not making your ears ring. And Meg, that wasn't a sneeze that made your ears ring last time. That was shiny reaction to a shiny snom. Hospitalized? It's not that bad. Yeah, none taken, Meg. Don't have a headset / earbuds. That's fair. That's fair. You're funny, Meg. I will not be silenced in my own stream. I don't know where the accent came from for that, but that was kind of funny. Wookie Gardner sneezes. Half of California's go. Oh God! Come on, it's not that bad. I'm glad you found it funny, Meg. It was one of those weird ADHD moments where I was just like, I had to do it. Japan flooded. Sound like Arnold Schwarzenegger? That's fair. I mean, it's kind of going for a bit of a Scottish accent, and he's Austrian, so... At least I knew who you were talking about. I don't know how to spell his last name either, so I'm not going to try to correct it. But, like, at least I knew who you were talking about, right? Yeah. Are you really honest, or are you just trying to spare my feelings, Meg? Yeah, 3 minutes left. And no shiny from the sandwich. Depends on the situation. Okay, what about the current situation that we are talking about? Meg's honest of sparing your feelings. See, the issue with that is while I may not know Meg all too well, I know her well enough that she don't sugarcoat a whole lot. Like, I've mainly gotten to know Meg because Meg was a mod for one of my other streamer friends, Matsu. And she just kept kind of popping up in stream, and we've talked a little bit outside of stream too, but... Depends on the payment at hand. I don't pay her anything. Yet. I don't make enough money to pay mods. Oh, you just made her mad. I kid. I will say, though, I do have limited control over what Meg does. So, on the current situation, you are honest. Okay. Well, I appreciate the honesty, Meg. Don't worry, Kyle. Don't worry, I was only kidding. Besides, Meg knows she can't abuse her powers. I'll take them away. No bonking yet. Ooh. Ooh, she said yet. Oh, sandwich is done too. Yeah. So we'll do one last reset here. I don't see a shiny. Oh, time to go hatch some eggs. Well, Meg, you abuse the power. I will revoke them. Epic! I might do some more shiny hunting off stream later on for this, because I do really want that, but I think for now I'm just going to hatch the rest of these eggs from this box, and then we'll probably call it there. Don't test me, Meg. Gosh darn, I need another Alolan Sandshrew. Haven't heard Green Hill Zone in forever. Witchuk City. She's got it, obviously. I want one of these Tauroses, please. Also, if you haven't played the Sonic and Shadow Generations, that has Green Hill Zone in it, so just saying. We can talk later about it if you generally don't like it, Meg. Don't have that game on Fort. On Fort. It happened to come out like the weekend before I went on vacation earlier this year in October. And while I was on vacation, I decided that I would run down to the local GameStop and pick it up just because it was a game I've been wanting to play. Specifically because I never actually finished Sonic Generations when it first came out. So I kind of wanted it specifically for that. And when I went down there to buy it and pick it up, it had already been a few days after release, like a few days, almost a full week. And I still somehow got a day one release edition of the game. I kind of figured, Meg, but I figured there might be a slight chance that you might also not like it anymore, so... I also was not paying attention. I don't know if that Meowth is shiny. But considering the fact that you guys did not pop off about it, I'm gonna guess that it wasn't. Excuse me. Nope, not shiny. I kind of figured. Because at least you would have popped off, Meg. This notification keep popping up is annoying. But because I have Spotify on my phone and on my computer, and it doesn't normally do this, but for some reason today it's decided to. I've been getting notifications like every 5-ish minutes that I'm still connected to Spotify on my computer, and they recommend that I listen to it on my phone instead. Like, yes, I'm connected to it on my computer. I'm listening to it on my computer. Yes, I have, Kyle, and I did see your joke in the Discord server. Yeah, I get notified whenever someone posts anything in any channel on my server because I have all notifications turned on for my server. So yes, I already looked at it. Three Galarian Meowths on that one. Interesting. That's funny. That's one that I probably won't put on stream, but that's still funny. Four Galarian Meowths in one column. Wow. This is a very heavy Galarian Meowth set. Eee! Jump over, everyone. Because I was not going to avoid all the NPCs. I knew it. I knew I was going to crash if I didn't. Beep beep, Koraidon coming through. Oh, jeez. Oh, the egg hatching animation saved me from bonking. You know, it still kind of upsets me that that they made a Miraidon motorcycle, but they did not make a Koraidon motorcycle. Or even a Cyclizar motorcycle. No, no, not that bonk. Not that bonk. You get a little excited whenever I say that. Even when I'm talking about the thing where you crash in a game into something else being called a bonk. Oh, this one's a Tauros heavy set. Interesting. Let's make a deal. Nope. Also, I wasn't paying attention for this one. It is not. Alright, last column of eggs for the night. Maybe I've only done one box, but we did still get 4 giraffe eggs, although it's not the mark that I wanted. See if I can hash these before 9:30. course, I say that and the first one starts hatching. What mark was I hoping for? You can see it right there on stream. It was the intellectual mark. What happens at 9:30? Nothing really happens per se. Just kind of thinking maybe it would be nice to end at 9:30. But 9:30 is in like 2 minutes, and there, because of hatching animations, it could take just until about that time. Hey Matsu, welcome in, welcome in. We're actually just getting ready to end stream for a little bit, yeah. Oh, you are, but at least you made it out, and I appreciate that. One more. And this one's gonna be a Zora. We ended up with 4 giraffe eggs. None of them with the intellectual mark, unfortunately. Who am I gonna raid out to, though? Kind of wanted to go to you, but you're doing that game, which I don't really see as being a good game for me to raid to. Well, it's been a while since I've been to his streams. How do y'all feel about going to some DAs? Yes, it is, Matsu. Right now, giraffe rigs have a 5% chance of having the intellectual mark in certain outbreaks. I was hunting up where I kept getting the Beldums, up over here. You can only find them in the Blueberry Academy. And in the outbreaks, they have a 5% chance of being an intellectual mark. And then I've obviously been shiny hunting it, so. And starting next weekend, they are doing 3 black shiny outbreaks. Satotl in Paldea, Carbink in Kitakami, and Fracture in Blueberry Academy, so yeah. I've been hunting this spot. You don't have any giraffe rig? Oh, well. You want one? None of these ones have the mark that I wanted, but this one I'm keeping because I didn't have a female giraffe rig before. And there is a gender difference, so. But I might do some more hunting off cam. Trying to see if I can't get any more of them, but. As for raiding out, I still don't have 500. I can't just do the redirect like you do, Matsu. So we are going to raid out to Larry Larvesta. Yeah, I know you like to get your own, Matsu. I was just trying to be I was just kind of joking around. But I am doing a giveaway next week. So, during the Rayquaza events, with the other shiny outbreaks, I will be doing shiny giveaways, including these 3 Pokemon, which I will put over here. I will also be giving away this entire box, this box, this box, and this box. All of these are shiny Pokemon that I have that are duplicates that I just have had sitting around, so. I don't think I have a raid command. I think I need to make a raid command. Yeah, so use hashtag Gardener Raid in chat. Here, let me type that out for you. Gardener Raid in Larry's chat when we go over there. He's doing some DAs with viewers in Sword and Shield, so definitely feel free to join him. Get yourself some DAs and whatnot. Also, Kyle, commands are typically limited to mods using it, so. But if you do want to donate, my donation link is in the description. And I do appreciate it. Donos are never required, always appreciated. Do you want me to DM you? No, I'll do it right after I end stream. I'll do it right as I end stream here. I'll end stream. We'll go talk in Larry's chat, and while we are raiding Larry, I will make that command. But I do appreciate it, Meg. I do appreciate it. Especially, and the only reason I'm going to be able to do it right now is because I actually am thinking about it. Oh, I gotta update this number real quick, though. Alright. Oh. Until next time, take it easy, Garden Gang. Keep on growing.